welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be all about fun, festive cinnamon rolls. These rolls have three parts: the dough, the chocolate filling, and the meringue topping. Let's get started on the dough. You'll need 145 grams of bread flour, 15 grams of sugar, a pinch of salt, 80 grams of warm milk, 3 grams of yeast, 3 grams of milk powder, 6 grams of oil, and 1 egg yolk. Be careful when adding in your oil. I was a bit heavy-handed and that resulted in a bit of a stickier dough. Your dough will be much firmer if you just follow the 6 grams of oil in the recipe. Separating your yolk, be sure not to get any mixed into the egg whites because that will be used later on in the meringue. Also, if you do end up using the milk powder, don't forget it like me and add it in with your dry ingredients. Now it's time to knead the dough. You're going to set a little bit of flour onto the side so that the dough doesn't stick to your hands or to the surface. And then you're going to knead the dough until it's a nice smooth ball that is not sticky to the touch. Cover your dough and let it double in size. While the dough proofs, let's get the filling done. You'll need 20 grams of dark chocolate, mine is a mint one, 20 grams of butter, and a bit of cinnamon. Set a bowl on top of a pot of water to make a bain-marie, and let your chocolate and butter melt together. Once it's melted, add in the cinnamon and stir. I transferred it to a small bowl so that it can cool and thicken in the fridge. Now that was pretty quick and easy. On to the meringue topping. This topping needs 60 grams of sugar and 1 egg white. You'll also want a food thermometer on hand to ensure that the egg mixture reaches between 150 and 160 degrees Fahrenheit for food safety purposes. Combine the egg and sugar and whisk until frothy before putting it over your water. Whisk continuously until it's a glossy, white, sticky consistency, and measure the temperature. Once it reaches the right temperature, whisk until it's a thick, glossy consistency, and boom, there you have it, a delicious marshmallow meringue topping. For a thicker consistency like mine, whisk it a bit more until it's stiff, and stick it in the fridge. To keep it gooey, then whisk it a little bit less and leave it at room temperature. Now it's time to roll out the dough. Punch out the air to flatten it and shape it into a rectangle so it rolls out into the right shape. Use plastic wrap on top of it so it doesn't stick to your rolling pin. Here I'm just evening out the shape of the rectangle so it rolls into a nice even log. Okay, time to assemble and roll these beauties. Add on all your chocolate spread in an even layer and then sprinkle it with more sugar and cinnamon. Carefully roll the dough toward you and keep it tight so that the roll will stay together. Make sure to seal the seams so they don't come undone while baking. Cut them evenly and put them into a parchment-lined or greased pan. Make sure you put the seams facing inward to ensure the rolls stay closed. Let them double in size before baking them at 375 for about 14 minutes, or until the edges are golden brown. Finally, let's add on the meringue. And there you have it, a delicious hot cocoa inspired cinnamon roll that's great for breakfast or dessert. The full recipe is also in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you try it out. Next week, I'll be continuing the festive spirit with 3 simple but classy appetizers for the holidays. Thanks for watching!